Alright, it's been a long time, but I'm finally doing a review for Doom the Dark Ages. Repertorium just came out, good chance to re-download it, check out, and finally get a video up for a review. So, this will be a short review because there's not much that needs to be said. It's a good game. I like how parry was implemented. It's not as fast-paced as the other ones because there is no dodge. So you do need to get used to just shield bashing to get around. You gotta get out of something. Yes, there is parrying at least now, so there is something new you need to get used to a bit, but it's not something that really speeds up the game in that way. It's still fast-paced, like it's still a Doom game, but there isn't all the dodging around. Like, you'll see, it's a lot of, you just get used to fast parrying. I thought how they did the heated metal was good. I thought the bosses were good. This is one of them. Good weapon augments. Good OST. It's still Doom. I will say, collectible-wise, it did feel easier to actually go through and do it than the other ones. There was only a handful of levels that I had to go back for. Executions are solid. I do think a bit more variety could have been useful. There are 3 different melee weapons. Personally, I liked the whip the best. I will say a flaw with the melee, or not melee specifically, a flaw with the fighting in general, is it does have that issue like the other Doom games did. You don't really need to swap. You get used to using these specific weapons, and then personally I only used like 1 or 2. I didn't really swap much because I didn't feel the need to. Same with the melee weapons. Story was solid. It was interesting seeing a bit more be done with it. I do like that the newer Doom games are having more story. I know that's not something Doom is ever like massive with. I do think that's a good change. So I know a lot of people do have issues with it. I will say level design wise, there was no level that I thought was just extremely poorly designed. Not talking just enemies, like I said, collectibles weren't hard to get. But there was no level that I just particularly hated going through. Now, brief spoiler, in case you haven't seen the playthrough. The last 2 levels, I do think would have been done a bit differently. The second to last level is basically all fighting, and I loved it. And then the last level, you're back to, let me go hunt some collectibles. I would have preferred it reversed, but they were still very well designed. As for different types of levels, I'll say the Atlan was really fun to use. The big mech you see in the trailers, I thought that was done well. The, lack of a better term, I'll call him the dragon that you fly around on was done well. I did like that they added more unique aspects into the game. They were implemented very well. Going in between them was very nice. I liked that the Atlan levels, you didn't really have to find anything. There was one level where you were in an Atlan for the first half and then out of it for the second half, but I did like the levels of just running around and just big mech versus big monster fight. Thought that was cool. The dragon levels, you go on and off the whole time. It works. It's good. It functions. The combat was interesting as the dragon in the Atlan. Now, I'll say combat in them is not as varied as it is for the rest of the game, but still, like I said, very enjoyable. I think the parrying is cool. As for the Repertorium, I think this was done actually very, very well. I was excited to try out the Repertorium because I did go to school for game design. So I was excited to try this out and see how building an encounter could go. I very much messed up the first few times I tried. Too many heavy enemies at once. I thought they were going to stagger in. They don't. They're all there at once. So whenever you attempt the Repertorium, just know that you will fight all the enemies at once. It does make design easy for doing it, but it's just, it was a mess up on my part. But yeah, it's just a good game. Like I said, it's going to be a short review because there's only so much you can say about the game. It's not a bad game, it was designed well, and it's Doom. I love Doom, I love the series, I loved the way back ones, I love the changes in this. Not really much else to say about it. I'll just add the Eldritch aspects of it. Were cool. It was nice seeing, you know, more variety. They revamped a lot of monsters. I'll say some changes I liked, some I didn't. I did better the first time I went through them. But very good game. I would definitely recommend it. If you like Doom and these style games, easily, I'll say it's like an 8.5 out of 10. Definitely recommend it. And thanks for watching. Always, if there's anything you want to see me play, review, just let me know.